Could this be the start of Prince Harry and King Charles's better relationship? It looks like Prince Harry and King Charles may finally be taking steps toward mending their fractured relationship, and it might just happen in Birmingham. Both royals have reportedly received invitations to the 2027 Invictus Games, and Harry is believed to have personally approved the wording of those invites. The event, which Harry founded in 2014 to support wounded military veterans, will be held in the UK for the first time since its debut. According to Helen Helliwell, CEO of the 2027 Games, it's still too soon to confirm who's going to be there, but she expressed hope that Harry and his father would both attend. This invitation marks the first time Harry has publicly extended a hand toward his family since the rift began more than 5 years ago. This could finally be the healing that Charles and Harry need. And, to be honest, it's about time. Why Prince Harry's presence brings magic to the Invictus Games. Helen Helliwell had nothing but praise for Prince Harry's involvement with the Invictus Games. He really brings a magical sparkle dust to his interactions, she told People. That personal connection, she said, makes the games feel even more meaningful for the athletes and their families. Helliwell emphasized that the royal family has long supported the forces and the Invictus community, so their presence would be warmly welcomed. The 2027 event promises to be a special one, with over 550 athletes from 20 nations expected to participate. Organizers have already secured more than $5.5 million in commercial backing. The UK hasn't hosted the Games since their inaugural event in 2014. And for Harry, this milestone could offer more than just a celebration of sport. King Charles has to choose between Queen Camilla or his son Harry. As promising as this reunion sounds, there's one royal complication: Queen Camilla's 80th birthday. The 2027 Invictus Games are set for July 12th to the 17th, directly overlapping with Camilla's milestone birthday, and palace aides are reportedly already deep into planning the celebration. This potential scheduling conflict raises questions about whether King Charles or other senior royals will be able to attend the Games at all. It's a tricky situation. Attending Harry's event might send a powerful message of unity, but skipping Camilla's birthday could risk internal tension. Royal watchers say the decision may come down to timing and optics. Still, the fact that Harry extended the invitation at all is a hopeful sign, and some insiders believe it could represent the beginning of a larger thaw in the frosty royal relationships. Will Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet join Harry in the UK? A big unknown is whether Meghan Markle and the couple's children, Archie and Lilibet, will travel to the UK for the Invictus Games in 2027. Meghan has attended every Invictus Games since meeting Harry, often taking on a public-facing role alongside him. But this time, things may be different. Earlier this year, Harry lost a case over police protection in the UK and has insisted his family won't visit without it. If Meghan skips the event, it would be her first absence from the Games, a notable break from tradition. For many, Meghan's presence would signal a more significant step toward royal reconciliation. But without official protection in place, the Sussexes may feel it's safer to keep their children in the US, and for Meghan to remain behind. Could the Invictus Games heal the relationship between Harry's family and the royals? This isn't just another royal event, it could be the moment that starts to heal one of the most high-profile family rifts in modern history. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal roles in 2020, tensions have run high. Public interviews, books, and headlines have deepened the divide. But by inviting King Charles to the Invictus Games, Harry is signaling something important. He still believes there's value in rebuilding family ties. Even if Charles can't attend due to Camilla's birthday celebrations, accepting the invitation, or even issuing a kind public message, could go a long way. It would show the world, and more importantly their family, that reconciliation is still possible, especially around something Harry holds so close to his heart. Here's to hoping Harry and Meghan get over their beef with the royals and all live happily ever after. The royal future is looking a bit frosty for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, at least where official titles and duties are concerned. According to royal insiders, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet will have no formal roles in the monarchy once Prince William becomes king. And yes, the tea is piping hot. As Prince William prepares for his eventual ascension to the throne, insiders say he's not exactly planning on rolling out the red carpet for his estranged brother's little ones. William has long been vocal about his vision for a leaner, more efficient monarchy. And apparently that vision doesn't include his niece and nephew across the pond. One royal source told the Times of London that William's mindset has completely shifted, where he was once consumed by the family drama, especially after the release of Harry's memoir Spare. Now, he's just over it. What has struck me the most recently is that he just doesn't mention it at all, the insider dished. It used to be that the family stuff was taking up a lot of space in his head. It was a very close relationship, and he was very upset. But he's not letting it get to him at all anymore. It is a change. It's sad, but it's a much healthier space for him to be at. The emotional door may be closed, locked, and bolted, especially when it comes to reintegrating Harry and Meghan's family into the royal fold. Harry has reportedly been keen on preserving his children's royal titles, at least in name. Harry, now based in sunny California with Meghan and their 2 kids, has expressed his desire for Archie and Lilibet to have the option, someday, to return to royal life if they choose. But from the looks of it, that bridge may have already been burned, or, at the very least, quietly dismantled. Many royal watchers say this divide has been a long time coming. Ever since Harry and Meghan stepped back from their royal duties in 2020, tensions have simmered and occasionally boiled over between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royals. From Oprah interviews to Netflix docuseries and Spare, the couple hasn't exactly held back, and the firm has responded with what might be described as strategic silence. While King Charles has at times taken a somewhat softer approach toward his younger son, Prince William is reportedly drawing firmer lines. And it's not just Harry and Meghan he's distancing himself from. William is also said to view Prince Andrew, yes, that Prince Andrew, as a liability who shouldn't have any place in the monarchy's public-facing future. William sees Andrew as a risk to the institution, one source said. And with good reason, the scandal surrounding Andrew's ties to Jeffrey Epstein continues to cast a long shadow, despite his official step down from royal duties. It's all part of William's broader plan for a streamlined monarchy, one that emphasizes impact, philanthropy, collaboration, as he put it during a 2023 visit to South Africa. "I'm trying to do it differently, and I'm trying to do it for my generation," he said at the time. "So it's more about helping people. I'm also going to throw empathy in there as well because I really care about what I do." But empathy aside, there doesn't seem to be much wiggle room for Harry and Meghan in this new royal model. After years of drama, many royal fans have grown weary of the back and forth between the royals and Harry and Meghan. Some have even gone as far as to say that Harry and Meghan should be stripped of their titles altogether. While that's not currently on the table, and frankly would be a royal nightmare of its own, it speaks to the growing divide between the couple and the institution they left behind. And while some experts believe William may eventually have to revisit the idea of including more family members in royal duties, especially with a thinner roster, it seems unlikely that Archie and Lilibet will be the ones filling those gaps. For now, Harry and Meghan's children remain royals by name, but not by function. They've got their titles, sure, but when it comes to tiaras, walkabouts, and balcony waves, don't count on it. It's clear that Prince William is focused on the future, and it's a version of the monarchy that looks a lot different than the one he grew up in. Fewer working royals, more philanthropic impact, and apparently no room for California-based cousins. So while Archie and Lilibet may still hold their HRH titles on paper, when it comes to life inside the royal bubble, they're likely to remain firmly on the outside looking in.
Prince Harry extends an olive branch. Will the royal family attend the 2020 Invictus Games?
Prince Harry to invite King Charles and Prince William to 2027 Invictus Games in hopes of reconciliation.
Prince Harry is offering King Charles III and Prince William an olive branch by inviting them to the 2027 Invictus Games.
Prince Harry is making a very public and deeply personal effort to mend fences with his estranged father, King Charles III, and his brother, Prince William.
Prince Harry is planning to reach out to his family by inviting them to the 2027 Invictus Games.
The Duke of Sussex has extended an invitation to both the King and William to attend the 2027 Invictus Games in Birmingham, a move seen by many as a significant olive branch in their rocky relationship. The invitation is a beacon of hope for reconciliation, is expected to be dispatched via email later this month, followed by a more formal invite.
Prince Harry to invite King Charles and Prince William to 2027 Invictus Games in hopes of reconciliation.
This thoughtful approach aims to give the senior royals ample time to integrate the games into their notoriously busy schedules, ensuring they have the best possible chance of attending. The Invictus Games, a multi-sport event for wounded services personnel and veterans, is slated to run from July 12th to July 17th, 2027. Beyond the powerful message of support for veterans, the event is also anticipated to bring substantial economic benefits to the vibrant city of Birmingham, which will host the international competition. Harry's earnest hope is that his family, particularly his father, will set aside any lingering differences to be present and lend their support to the courageous veterans. The royal family has a long-standing history of backing the Invictus Games, and both the King and William have previously expressed immense pride in Harry's achievements with the event since its inception. Their attendance would not only honor Harry's work, but also reaffirm their commitment to the armed forces community. A source close to Harry described this gesture as a crucial step, believing it might be reciprocated. This sentiment underscores Harry's profound desire to put an end to the ongoing family tensions that have played out in the public eye for several years. The invitation is more than just a date in a diary. It's a plea for unity and understanding. However, royal experts are divided on the likely outcome. Some believe that King Charles, in his role as monarch and head of the armed forces, might indeed attend. His presence would not only demonstrate support for the veterans, but also acknowledge Harry's undeniable success in establishing and growing the Invictus Games into a globally recognized event. On the other hand, some experts point to the King's hesitation stemming from past breaches of trust, particularly in light of Harry's candid revelations in recent years. The path to reconciliation is rarely straightforward, and the weight of past events certainly casts a long shadow. The timing of the Games could also present a logistical challenge. Queen Camilla's 80th birthday falls on the very last day of the Games, July 17th. This milestone birthday will undoubtedly involve celebrations, and these may conflict with the closing events of the Invictus Games. Balancing royal duties and personal celebrations will require careful coordination, and it remains to be seen how this potential conflict will be managed. While no official invitations have been sent yet, given that the event is still more than 2 years away, Harry's proactive gesture has been widely interpreted as a significant and heartfelt effort to mend fractured family relations. It's a clear signal that despite the distance and disagreements, the desire for a resolution remains strong. In the wake of this news, Prince William has made public appearances, but has notably remained silent on Harry's invitation or the prospect of a reconciliation. His silence leaves the royal watchers and the public to speculate on his thoughts and whether this olive branch will ultimately lead to a thawing of relations between the brothers. The world watches with bated breath to see if the spirit of the Invictus Games, designed to foster resilience and camaraderie, can also extend to healing a fractured family.
Prince Harry is beginning to feel the weight of his choices, according to those close to the royal family.
Prince Harry reportedly full of regrets over his role in the royal rift amid plea for reconciliation.
Prince Harry regrets his role in royal fallout, pleading for peace with the palace.
After years of tension, distance, and public fallout with his family, Harry is reportedly full of regret over how things unfolded, and more importantly, over what he may have lost along the way.
Prince Harry is full of regrets for the way he handled his relationship with his family.
Royal author Duncan Larcombe, who has long followed the ups and downs of Prince Harry's journey, claims Harry is now looking back with a sense of remorse.
Royal author claims Prince Harry regrets the role he played in the rift with his family.
While he may not openly admit it, there are signs that Harry wishes he had handled things differently from the start. Harry has always worn his heart on his sleeve. From his earliest days in the spotlight, he was the emotional one, the more vulnerable of the two brothers. And that hasn't changed.
Prince Harry regrets his role in how the royal rift unfolded with Prince Charles and Prince William.
Larcombe suggests that moments like Trooping the Color and Father's Day, which recently landed on the same weekend, have stirred up old memories, reminders of happier times spent with Prince William and King Charles. It's not hard to imagine that in the quiet moments away from the cameras, Harry is thinking about those relationships and wishing he could somehow turn back the clock. The shift in Harry's life since moving to California with Meghan Markle has been dramatic. Once at the heart of the British monarchy, the couple now leads a very different life in Montecito. Their visits back to the UK have been rare since they left royal duties in 2020. Part of that distance is logistical. After stepping down as working royals, their taxpayer-funded security was removed, and that has been a sore spot for Harry ever since. His want to reinstate full police protection ended in defeat, and the loss has added to his reluctance to bring his children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, back to the UK. Harry has openly admitted he doesn't see a scenario in which he and Meghan can safely return to his home country as a family. That stance has only reinforced the deep divide between him and the rest of the royal household. According to Larcombe, Harry's declaration has essentially locked him into his position. He's made his line in the sand, and now he has to live with it. Meghan, meanwhile, is reportedly less than eager to return to the UK herself. The couple has faced intense criticism from the British public and press for their public interviews, documentaries, and memoirs, all of which contained stinging commentary about royal life and their personal experiences within the institution. As Larcombe put it, you'd have to be deaf, dumb, and blind not to notice the level of backlash they've received. And while that criticism may feel unfair to them, it still affects how comfortable they feel being in the UK again. There's also the question of security, something Harry takes extremely seriously. Larcombe says that while royal events often appear calm and orderly on the surface, there's a massive network of protection operating behind the scenes, most of which the public never sees. Without that infrastructure in place, Harry and Meghan are left to rely on a private team that lacks the same intelligence and coordination. To Harry, that's not a risk worth taking when it comes to his family's safety. But despite all the hurdles, emotional, logistical, and political, Harry appears to be trying to rebuild some kind of bridge. There's talk that he's extending an invitation to his father and brother to attend the Invictus Games in Birmingham in 2027. It may seem far off, but insiders say he's already working on sending out initial invitations to Buckingham Palace. A formal invite will follow closer to the event. Harry has reportedly signed off on the guest list and even helped draft the wording of the invitations. That small gesture, while subtle, speaks volumes. It's his way of opening the door again. Whether Charles or William will accept the invitation is still unknown, but the timing of the games could complicate things. It overlaps with Queen Camilla's 80th birthday celebrations, which may take priority for the royal household. Still, it's clear Harry wants to reconnect, and this event gives him an opportunity to do so on his terms, without the intense spotlight of an official state function or royal gathering. While the road back to family harmony may be long and uncertain, it seems Harry is at least starting to look back and ask himself if he made the right choices. Regret doesn't always lead to reconciliation, but it's often the first step. And if Harry truly wants to rebuild the bonds he once had, especially with his father and brother, the time to begin may be now. Whether the rest of the family is willing to meet him halfway remains to be seen.
Prince Harry wanted to change his and Meghan Markle's last name.
Can you believe it? Harry now wants to change his last name from Mountbatten Windsor to Spencer, to honor his mom.
The intricate and often evolving nature of royal nomenclature has recently drawn significant public interest, particularly concerning the surnames adopted by Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their children. This fascination stems from a blend of historical tradition, personal choice, and the shifting dynamics within the royal family. The Sussex family's journey through various surnames reflects a modern adaptation of long-standing royal practices, while also highlighting their unique path. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, provided a direct clarification on this matter during her Netflix special, With Love, Meghan. She explicitly stated that her last name is now Sussex, definitively moving away from her maiden name, Markle, in her formal identity.
You keep saying Meghan Markle, you know I'm Sussex now.
The surnames of Prince Harry and Meghan's children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, have also undergone a notable evolution. Initially, they were known as Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor and Lilibet Diana Mountbatten Windsor. Mountbatten Windsor is the official surname used by members of the royal family who do not possess a specific princely title, having been established as the official surname for the descendants of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip since 1960. However, with the ascension of King Charles III to the throne, Archie and Lilibet were granted the titles of Prince and Princess, respectively. Following this change, their names were updated on the royal family's official website to reflect their new designations, Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex. This adoption of their ducal title as their surname aligns with a well-established royal tradition. Before settling on Sussex as the family surname, Prince Harry had, at one point, contemplated a more personal and poignant change, adopting his mother, Princess Diana's maiden name, Spencer. This consideration speaks volumes about his deep connection to his mother's legacy, and perhaps a desire to forge an identity that resonated more closely with her heritage. To explore this possibility, Prince Harry consulted with his maternal uncle, Charles Spencer, Diana's brother. The conversation between Prince Harry and Charles Spencer regarding the potential use of the Spencer surname was described as amicable. During their discussion, Charles Spencer advised his nephew against changing his surname. The primary reason for this counsel was the potential legal hurdles and complexities such a change might entail, particularly given Prince Harry's prominent position within the royal family and the established protocols surrounding royal names. While the details of these specific legal challenges were not publicly elaborated upon, the advice from his uncle, who is well versed in the intricacies of British aristocratic naming conventions, was clearly taken seriously by Prince Harry. Ultimately, Prince Harry made the decision to use Sussex as the family surname. This choice was significantly influenced by the fact that he and Meghan were bestowed the titles of Duke and Duchess of Sussex by Queen Elizabeth II in 2018, shortly before their marriage. Embracing Sussex as their family name provided a clear and consistent identity that was directly linked to their royal titles and the new chapter of their lives together. Meghan has openly expressed how profoundly meaningful it is for her family to share the Sussex surname, especially after the birth of their children. For her, this shared name symbolizes unity and a distinct identity for their family unit, separate from the broader royal lineage but still rooted in their ducal titles. It represents a cohesive family identity that she clearly values. The fluidity of royal surnames is, in fact, a historical norm rather than an exception. Throughout centuries, royal surnames have frequently changed based on the titles and designations held by individuals. For instance, Prince Harry himself used Wales as his surname while growing up, reflecting his father's title at the time, the Prince of Wales. When King Charles ascended the throne, the change in sovereign directly impacted the titles of Prince Harry and Meghan's children. As grandchildren of the monarch, Archie and Lilibet became eligible for prince and princess titles, a privilege that was subsequently reflected in the official records. Their names were updated accordingly on the royal family's website, solidifying their new designations as Prince Archie of Sussex and Princess Lilibet of Sussex.
Harry and Meghan to be included as royals when King Charles passes away. Despite stepping down from their royal roles in 2020, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still be included in King Charles's official funeral plans, a clear sign that the monarch wants to keep his youngest son and daughter-in-law within the royal fold, even in passing. The decision comes at a time when Harry continues to open up about the emotional toll that royal life and relentless media scrutiny have had on him and Meghan. Speaking at the 2025 Nexus Global Summit in New York, Harry addressed the damage caused by the digital world and called for stronger protections against online hate. One of the reasons why the digital world was so important to us is because my wife, in 2018, was the most trolled person in the world, Harry said, referencing the online discourse Meghan endured shortly after joining the royal family. There was a lived experience, he added, underscoring the reality of their suffering. Harry and Meghan's challenges began soon after their engagement in November 2017. By the time they married in May 2018, Meghan was already a frequent target in the press and on social media. What started as curiosity quickly turned to criticism, and it intensified during her first pregnancy. In a now famous 2021 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan revealed that the constant negativity had driven her to the brink of suicide. "I just didn't want to be alive anymore," she shared. "I didn't see a solution." She described staying up at night, trying to make sense of the relentless media storm. "I would sit up at night, and I was just like, I don't understand how all of this is being churned out." After enduring years of toxic press coverage and internal family tensions, Harry and Meghan made the decision to step back as senior royals in early 2020. The move, dubbed Megxit by the British press, was odd, but for the couple, it was a necessary act of self-preservation. Since relocating to Montecito, California, Harry and Meghan have largely focused on building a new life for themselves and their children. They've also dedicated much of their work to issues close to their hearts, including mental health, social media accountability, and community building. Meghan, in particular, has continued to speak out about her experience with cyberbullying. In a 2023 interview with CBS Sunday Morning, she noted that she hadn't even scraped the surface of what she endured. That October, she spoke at an event hosted by Half the Story, a youth mental health nonprofit founded by Larissa May. While Meghan's comments were interpreted by some outlets as her calling herself the most bullied person in the world, sources clarified that she was reflecting more generally on her online harassment and the impact it had. Regardless of the exact phrasing, the message has been consistent. Meghan was targeted in ways few public figures ever experience, and Harry has been steadfast in defending her, using their platform to advocate for safer online environments, especially for young people. Still, despite the physical and emotional distance Harry and Meghan have put between themselves and the institution of the monarchy, their inclusion in King Charles's official funeral plans is a signal of lingering family ties. It's a delicate balance, acknowledging their continued significance within the royal family, even as they've chosen a life outside it. It also suggests a softening in the relationship between father and son, despite ongoing tensions. Harry and Charles have reportedly had periods of strained communication, particularly over Harry's memoir Spare, which included pointed criticism of the royal household. Yet this gesture indicates that Charles still sees Harry and Meghan as part of the family's future and legacy. Whether this symbolic inclusion will lead to a fuller reconciliation remains to be seen. But for now, it seems both sides are willing to leave the door slightly ajar. Prince Harry may be hoping for a future royal role for his children, but it appears Prince William has no intention of allowing it, according to recent reports.
Looks like things between the royal family and Prince Harry are rockier than ever.
Everyone wants to see a repair in the rift because it doesn't do anyone any good to have this.
Insiders say that Archie and Lilibet, the young children of Harry and Meghan Markle, are unlikely to become working royals once William becomes king. 6-year-old Archie and 4-year-old Lilibet currently live in Montecito, California, far from the formal royal duties of Buckingham Palace. Though Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal life in 2020, Harry has reportedly expressed a desire for his children to maintain the option of returning to official roles as adults. This would likely require them to keep their royal titles and status within the family. But according to a report from The Times, that vision has sparked confusion among royal insiders. Prince William, now 43, is said to not even talk about his brother anymore, and reportedly has no plans to involve Archie or Lilibet in the future of the monarchy. While Meghan has gradually offered more glimpses into her children's lives, sharing sweet photos of Valentine's Day crafts and birthday celebrations, their upbringing has remained completely separate from royal tradition. Born and raised in California, both children are said to speak with American accents and have had very limited interaction with their extended royal family in the UK. Harry and Meghan's use of royal titles has stirred debate. Though the couple agreed not to use their HRH titles commercially after stepping down, Meghan was recently accused of referencing her title in a personal gift to a friend. A spokesperson for the couple insisted the title was not used for promotional purposes, and a source said the label on the gift likely predated her current business ventures. Still, the situation remains delicate. Harry and Meghan have not had their HRH titles officially removed, but neither are they supposed to use them publicly. Some reports have suggested the couple even considered changing their children's surname to Spencer in honor of Harry's mother, Princess Diana, amid complications surrounding their UK passports and the use of royal titles. The deeper issue may be the continued rift between the brothers. William and Harry's relationship has been strained for years, especially following the release of Harry's memoir Spare, in which he accused William of being dismissive and even physically aggressive toward him during a disagreement about Meghan. That moment, along with other claims made in interviews and public statements, widened the gap between the once close siblings. Insiders close to Prince William have said he is now in a much healthier place emotionally and has come to terms with the distance from his brother. One source told the Sunday Times, "It used to be that the family stuff was taking up a lot of space in his head, but he's not letting it get to him at all anymore." There have been small signs of communication during family hardships. When Princess Kate announced her cancer diagnosis earlier this year, it was reported that Harry and Meghan reached out privately to William and Kate to express their support. They also issued a brief public statement wishing Kate health and healing and hoping she could recover privately and in peace. Still, many were surprised when Harry claimed in a recent BBC interview that King Charles won't speak to him because of issues surrounding royal security. During the emotional conversation, Harry expressed a desire for reconciliation and noted that life is short, especially in light of his father's cancer diagnosis. Despite the tension, the royal family has continued with its public duties. William marked his 43rd birthday with a series of warm posts from family members. King Charles shared a rare candid photo and a message on the royal family's official account, while Kate posted an adorable picture of William playing with puppies in a field, signed affectionately by CGCL Orla and the Puppies. William has remained focused on his royal responsibilities, recently attending Trooping the Color and Royal Ascot. His dedication to the role and apparent resolve to move past the drama suggests that the future of the monarchy under his leadership will be carefully managed and tightly controlled. As it stands, the chances of Archie and Lilibet returning to royal life appear slim. While Harry may be keeping the door open for his children, William seems to have firmly closed it.
There's no question that the British royal family is wealthy.
But they're still saying Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They're still saying Prince Harry. You're not a prince, right?
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle still maintain their Sussex Royal website, despite a previous promise made when they stepped back from the royal family.
I want you to hear the truth from me, as much as I can share, not as a prince or a duke, but as Harry.
Even though the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left the firm back in 2020 and pledged to cease using the Sussex Royal title globally after spring 2020, their royal website and Sussex Royal Instagram account with over 9 million followers still remain active.
Woke culture, or what I'm talking about as nice acting narcissism.
And their website, sussexroyal.com, features a page titled Serving the Monarchy, which hasn't been updated to acknowledge the passing of Queen Elizabeth. But it doesn't look like Harry and Meghan even cared to update these websites anyways. They kind of just have them lingering around. But still, the royal family is kind of wondering, okay, you're not doing any royal duties, at least don't try to like attach yourself to us in that way.
You add this on top of just trying to be a new mom or trying to be a newlywed.
As well as somebody from the Sussex's team could at least update the website to reflect some updated, accurate information, especially about the passing of the Queen. So that's the point that's causing a lot of discussion online. The website also does feature a statement from Meghan and Harry, but it's dated back to January of 2020, and it outlines their intention to step back as senior members of the royal family.
As time passed, the protective blanket that America threw over Meghan began to slip away.
And in the statement, they expressed a desire to achieve financial independence while still supporting the monarchy. Notably, there is no reference to King Charles's coronation on the website, although the Sussex's Instagram page is still active too. Their last post dates back 3 years ago.
King of kings and Lord of lords, bless, we beseech thee, this crown. God save the king!
And in that Instagram post, the couple expressed gratitude for the support, inspiration, as well as the collective commitment to positive actions in the world. And the ownership of the website sussexroyal.com actually remains anonymous on GoDaddy. But the website's launch reportedly surprised the late Queen, as it was outlining the couple's future royal roles without her prior approval. So they kind of just went on their own anyways and just did it. According to the royal author Omid Scobie in his book Finding Freedom, Meghan and Harry's statement outlining their half-in, half-out model was made before receiving any sort of approval from the Queen. There was also one senior member of the royal family, as mentioned by Omid Scobie in his book, that they noted that the surprise as well as lack of consultation with the Queen really upset the family. It was very unsettling for everybody.
They say, oh, this is Meghan and Harry feeding Omid.
Pick up the book and read it and you'll be really surprised.
And the private nature of the royal family clashed with public announcement. It caused a lot of distress to Queen Elizabeth, who is the head of the institution, or was the head of the institution, I should say. Edward Young, who is the Queen's private secretary, reportedly expressed anger at being kept uninformed about Meghan and Harry's statement. And Omid Scobie in his book suggests that the couple felt compelled to release their statement after details about their desire to live in Canada were leaked to the press. So guys, that is the scoop. And I know for most people, when they leave an institution or an organization, the first thing that they do is disassociate themselves completely. Like they change their Facebook bios, their profiles, they remove any sort of attachment to that institution regardless. But for Harry and Meghan to just leave their stuff up and not take it down, not set it private at least, you know, people are looking at it like, what are they hoping to get here? Maybe they're looking to, you know, still have their ranking. Like if you search Duchess of Sussex or Duke or Harry Meghan, it pops them up on the internet as being associated with the royal family. I really don't know. But the fact that it's still left up, I think that they just don't really care to keep those pages updated, and maybe they plan to reuse them. I think that's the bigger thing, that maybe they plan to reuse them someday, because there are reports saying that they want to be part-time royals, like fulfill the royal duties